Hello everyone and welcome back to more of SWE's American Dream. We are continuing on tonight with 3 more big matches, including a main event championship match, where TJP will defend the YouTube championship against Cesaro. And here we go, then we're kicking tonight's show off with a fatal 4-way elimination match suggested by MZK Punk. We have got Paige, Charlotte, Becky Lynch, and Sasha Banks. It should be an interesting one because a lot of these ladies have not really had... Well, Charlotte's doing pretty well, obviously. But apart from that, I think the other 3 are all struggling somewhat in the rankings. Would want to be a hell of a lot higher up, so this is their opportunity to do so. Charlotte currently on +8 is the highest one in this match. Paige currently sits at -1 after 4 matches last year. Becky Lynch currently sits on 0 after 12 matches last year. And Sasha Banks is on -4 after 9 matches last year. So, yeah, Charlotte's doing well, but the other 3 ladies will all be desperate to get themselves some points here. Remember, this is elimination. There's a point for each elimination plus an extra point for the winner. So there are 4 points up for grabs altogether tonight. So we've got Paige and Sasha Banks inside the ring. Becky Lynch and Charlotte on the outside at the moment. And like I said, yeah, points up for grabs here this evening. Also this evening we will see the continuation of AJ Styles' systematic takedown of Bullet Club as he will go one-on-one against Hikuleo. Before, as we said, the main event of the evening, when we will see TJP make the defense of the YouTube Championship against Cesaro. A match that we were supposed to have over Christmas, and I completely forgot about it until recently. So yeah, YouTube Championship on the line. And that was, I think that the number 1 contendership for that was all based around the up, up, down, down YouTube channel, wasn't it? Quite a lot of the people that were on there a lot. As Sasha now gripping the arms of Paige, then locking her into the neck breaker as Becky Lynch has Charlotte locked in to disarm her. And the referee's so intently staring at the submission, he's not even paid attention to the pin by Sasha. Charlotte was able to survive, and Paige is able to survive as well. But Sasha now stalking Paige. There's the backstabber, rolling it through into the bank statement submission. But the massive problem on this game of Sasha's finisher maneuver is that she's just too close to the ropes. Every single time. I think I need to change it. I did before, didn't I? Switch it into 2 separate finishers. Have the backstabber as one finisher, and then have the crossface as a separate finisher. I'll do that after this match, because it always causes problems. And every time I obviously create a new save file, I have to do it. And that's probably why she's so low in the rankings, to be honest with you. Paige now with a clothesline, a second one. Nice leg lariat takedown as well. And Paige now looking potentially for that Paige turn as she hits it. This will be bad for Sasha if Paige gets the pin here. Sasha already on -4. A loss here would put a joint bottom alongside Sayuri and Shade as well. Sayuri, I'm surprised, is so low as well, to be honest. But as Paige now looking for that rampage. Looking to drop into the pin on Sasha Banks for the 1, the 2, and the 3. And Sasha Banks is eliminated. And that puts her to -5 in the rankings here. Paige gets the elimination, so she gets an extra point. Currently up to 0 in the overall rankings, +1 for this year. Clothesline. Charlotte comes springing off and clotheslines Paige once again. Becky with a knee in the guts of Charlotte, who comes running through the big elbow in the face, boot in the back as well. And she is in firm control now. Yeah, Sasha needs to do a bit of work here, doesn't she, really? I think Sasha's... Okay, she's part of the Boss and Hug connection. And also she's part of Team Bad with Naomi and Tamina as well. So there's possibilities of... What was the... Oh, she did... Did she have a stable in NXT? I remember she had Becky Lynch with her, didn't she? Sasha Banks. When she was at NXT, that's how Becky Lynch got brought into NXT, I believe. The BFFs. There we go. I knew there was something. After weeks of influence by Summer Rae to make her relevant, Banks was defeated. I'm just trying to see who it actually was. Who was in the BFFs? Ah, there we go. So it was the team of Sasha Banks and Summer Rae, who dubbed themselves as the BFFs, the Beautiful Fierce Females. I'm sure Becky Lynch was in there as well at some point. Unless Becky was just sort of like the muscle, maybe? I don't know. Charlotte now dropping Paige face first. And now Becky once again locking in that disarmer, middle of the ring on Charlotte. Will she get the tap this time? Charlotte's still surviving this submission hold, and she does. Charlotte comes plowing through the back and destroys Paige as Becky trying to grab Charlotte from behind, but Charlotte able to slip free and now catches Becky looking for the backdrop, but Becky was having none of it. Becky now with the elbows and the gut of Charlotte. Big boot across the chest. Now Becky sending Charlotte over across into the corner. Runs in with a running forearm. Charlotte fighting back with the elbow in the gut, then with a big clothesline. Paige is now back on her feet, back in the ring as well. Charlotte running knee strike right into the spine. As Paige now looking for that Paige turner on Charlotte. Becky with the boot across the chest to Charlotte as well. And Becky drops into the pin. And Paige is like, you're not having my point. I hit the move there. And Becky does back off. But the little bit of time it took for the two of them to get over that was enough to allow Charlotte to recuperate and get out of that pin. But Paige now grabbing Becky straight up into the rampage. There's the pin. Is that going to be enough to eliminate Becky Lynch? 1, 2. No, it's not. Becky survives as well. What's wrong, Kitty Cat? Becky rolling through. Rolling Paige through. Charlotte got the boot right in the back of Paige. And then Becky just clotheslines Paige to the outside. Charlotte follows as well. And it seems like Charlotte and Becky working together here somewhat. Nice underhook suplex there by Becky Lynch on the outside. Nice little roll through there by Charlotte on Becky Lynch. Referee with a count. Oh, she snicked it. Charlotte has eliminated Becky. Wow. Becky's not going to be happy with that at all. That is her eliminated. That puts her down to -1. Charlotte out of nowhere with a cheeky little roll-up gives her an extra point. As Paige now working the back of Charlotte over. Big knees in the face there by Paige. So Paige now slamming the back of the head of Charlotte into the mat as well. Nice elbows right in the face there by Charlotte on Paige as well. And Paige now tying Charlotte's legs up and pulling back. It's like a clover leaf. Wasn't to be. That's forearm there by Paige. Stiff, stiff hit. As now Paige once again looking to lock in the submission. Again, she's got the legs hooked. I do like this submission, to be honest. I do like it a lot when you just get off her feet like that as well. I think that's really, really fun. And it's a tap as well. Not only is it fun, it is effective. And Paige is going to pull out the win here. Well, she does need the points, and she's just got herself free in this match. So she's going to get... Yes, so she's got herself free. So she's gone from -1 up to +2 in one match. That's huge. That is huge. Paige has now thrown herself right up the other end of the rankings, exactly where she would want to be. So once again, thank you very much to MZK Punk for your match suggestion here. It's worked out incredibly well for Paige here. And there she is. Big victory there. 2 of the eliminations as well. She eliminated, obviously, Charlotte at the end and Sasha Banks early on as well. Right. Let us move on. Let us move on to the next matches. And here we go then, match number 2 of the evening, loosely suggested by our good friend Monono G, who I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that correctly. I'm assuming I am. We've got AJ Styles versus Hikuleo. Now, earlier on the day, we did get a few words from Dusty Rhodes. Obviously, we know that Dusty is working alongside Jay White and Bullet Club to sort of scout and groom the next version of Bullet Club stars, and Hikuleo could be one of those men. We spoke, basically to Dusty Rhodes, and he said he's had enough of people like AJ Styles, the people that come into these big stables and basically utilize it as a way to elevate nobody but themselves. He thinks that AJ reminds him a lot of himself when he was younger, and he wants to try and help wrestlers like AJ not make the same mistakes that he did, and he wants to make sure the younger talent do have a chance to come through, and when people like AJ were in control of the stable, then that wasn't the case. And that's why Dusty has sort of taken a sort of tough love approach, I suppose, to AJ, to try and stop him getting any control back within Bullet Club. Helping Jay White, the younger talent, defeat someone like AJ Styles. I'm assuming that Dusty has seen that Jay White is a much more useful leader of Bullet Club in terms of bringing through and developing the younger stars. And that's basically what Dusty is put himself in this role for. I mean, let's face it, there's probably a hell of a lot of money involved if Bullet Club are paying you for it, so I'm assuming that's definitely a big aspect to it as well. Hikuleo's a big lad, isn't he? As the match now on the outside, AJ Styles with a snap suplex. So yeah, Dusty wants to make sure that these stables are not led by tyrannical leaders anymore. I mean, is that going to be the case? I think that's just the natural way these things work. I mean, you sort of create power and you use that power to gain the big things like the championships, I suppose, but we'll have to wait and see if Dusty and Jay White stick to their words, I suppose, on that one. Another big clothesline there by Hikuleo in the corner on AJ Styles, and AJ, he catches Hikuleo, rolls him through out of nowhere into the calf crusher. This could be enough. It is enough. AJ Styles out of nowhere picking up the victory and picking up the calf crusher. Wow. I don't think we've actually seen Hikuleo yet. No, that was Hikuleo's debut as well in SWE. And you see Hikuleo, he's going to... which... but of course, I'm sure the rest of the Bullet Club won't be too happy with that. But AJ Styles, well, that's another win for him now. What's that? That's 3 Bullet Club scalps he's had now over the last 3 shows. So yeah, he's doing pretty well for himself. Next time around on the SWE, AJ Styles will go one-on-one against Dick Togo. But enough of AJ Styles and Bullet Club. Let's get into our main event of the evening, the YouTube Championship match. And here is that match then. The YouTube champion TJ Perkins will defend against Cesaro. Good old Cesaro. Right, Cesaro, of course, won the battle. No, it wasn't a battle royal, was it? It was a fatal 4-way elimination in December to get this opportunity. But I forgot about it. So we didn't do the match until just now. So there we go. And wow, okay, Cesaro going for it here already with that massive European uppercut on TJP. And another one as well. Wow, Cesaro is going after TJP here. Demolishing him. Straight now into the sharpshooter as well. Got to roll over TJP. Oh my god, that is a proper squash. Cesaro had a tough year last year in SWE, and he started this year incredibly well. He ended last year on 0. He's now going to move up to +1 with that victory, and he's going to add himself as the next SWE YouTube champion, the number 6th YouTube champion in our SWE history. And there we go. Wow. That was really, I just wasn't expecting anything that quick, to be honest with you. Well, I've heard that a few times. But there we go, Cesaro victorious. Cesaro is your SWE YouTube champion. Now, the championship matches are not over. We will have another one lined up for you tomorrow. Is it tomorrow? No, it's not. On Thursday, even. We will see... finally, the Tag Team Championship match. The winners of the Father and Son Tag Team Championship Tournament, Rick Steiner and Bron Breakker, are going up against the actual champions themselves, the Brothers of Destruction, Kane and The Undertaker. So that'll be next episode of American Dream on Thursday. So I'm going to love you and leave you. Good night. God bless. Auf Wiedersehen. See you next time. Bye-bye.